Welcome back to Mountain Connections. Right now we are continuing our conversation on health as it is a top priority for many individuals during this time. And right now is open enrollment season. What can we do to make sure that our health care insurance is what it needs to be so that we don't have any unknown issues or extra bills during this time? Well, I have some ideas and tips for you right now.
As all of us navigate the COVID-19 pandemic, it's now more important than ever to have a health plan that works best for you and your family. Open enrollment season is coming up, and joining us today to help is the Chief Consumer Officer at UnitedHealthcare, Rebecca Madsen. Thanks for talking with us today, Rebecca.
Of course, thanks for having me.
So what do we need to know about open enrollment, and how long does it last?
So open enrollment is the time of year when you pick benefits for your family. If you're in an employer-based plan, if you're Medicare, or if you're in a state-based exchange, it lasts for about 6 weeks, and it's an opportunity for you to look and reflect on the past year and make smart choices for the year ahead. About a quarter of people spend less than an hour. It's more important than ever to spend the time to pick a good plan, especially given with what's going on in the world.
It can be confusing to know where to start. What should you do when it comes to picking a plan?
Yeah, there's a couple things you can do. The first is look at changes. Do you need more comprehensive coverage now than you did previously? Do you have more health issues? Does your family have new medications they're taking? So take stock of where you are. The second thing is to look at costs. So not only the premium, that's the amount that comes out of your pocket for insurance every month, but also look at your deductible. That's the amount you pay before your insurance kicks in. We see a lot of people getting cost surprises because they don't pay attention to the deductible. And the last thing is look at providers. Make sure your providers are in network. Take a list of the providers you and your family have seen. Check on the plans that you're going to purchase and make sure they're covered, and the same with your medications. Make sure they're on the formulary of the plan you're selecting. And even if you're not selecting a new plan, often plans change year to year within the same plan, so just take a couple minutes to make sure that you're looking at what's changed and make sure that everything's covered.
And as we go through this process, are there any new healthcare trends due to COVID-19 that we should be aware of?
Yeah, there are two big trends. One is telemedicine, when you could only get non-essential care through telemedicine, and still often many people are in their homes and don't want to go out. It's a great opportunity. You can get care from your phone or your tablet 24/7 from qualified medical professionals. And not only do they look at you and make diagnoses, but they can also write prescriptions. Many insurance carriers waive the cost of telemedicine during the pandemic. But even in a regular time, it's much less expensive to get virtual care, and it's also a safe option. The second thing we've seen is wellness programs. We know that 68% of people say walking is their preferred activity now. It's socially distanced, it's very safe. And that also people are snacking a lot more. 30% of people said their diet has gotten worse. Wellness programs offer things such as walking programs, diet programs, and they often have incentives so you can put money in your pocket as well as get healthy.
And how can individuals and families save money on their health care?
So in addition to looking for the incentives, and it's usually up to about $800 a year for those incentives, also look at something called the health savings account. You can put money in tax-free, it accumulates interest tax-free, and you can withdraw tax-free. And we know the average person has less than $1,000 put aside for unforeseen medical expenses. So if you have an HSA, take advantage of it. It's a great way to save, put money aside, and do all of it without having tax ramifications.
And where can we get more information?
You can go to uhcopenenrollment.com. There's helpful information, there's tips to hopefully guide you to make open enrollment a little easier and to help you pick a good plan for yourself and your family for the coming year.
Rebecca, thank you so much for joining us today and helping us navigate this important issue and make sure that we have everything correct and make the most of our health care.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.